All right, well, I just wanted to give you a quick little update. I went ahead and sprayed the inside of the cabin and the baggage area. All it is a cover coat to give some paint to the interior of it, give it a little more protection, make it a little more resistant to just crap and staining of the aluminum and that type of thing that was in there. I didn't worry about coating underneath where the seat cushions are going to go or that type of thing. This is just something to kind of brighten up the inside and give it a little more protection and not add a whole lot of weight. Didn't worry about it a whole lot. Most of this will be covered by carpeting and firewall sound deadener and things like that, interior panels and seat cushions and everything. But this will give it a finished look once everything else is done. I previously powder coated the controls that go inside the cabin. I still have to do a little bit of work to the cabin frame and repaint it. I'm not real happy with it, but that'll be a project for down the road. Got the brake pedals, rudder pedals back in position here, and they can be permanently bolted into place. They've all been pretty well fitted and ready to rig. Same way with the rest of the cabin control. Here we're still just bolting down the rudder pedals. I'm just getting the bolts into the floor, so those are in position. Once those were powder coated, we had a little bit of buildup of powder coat on a lot of these moving surfaces that I either had to polish them back off or they're a little bit tougher to get fitted back in. This is the flaperon handle going back in, and it's ready to be put in position and will be permanently mounted now. I believe I don't have to take the control lever itself out. I've got the rod installed, and I've got the rod and the rod ends to finish building this control. I'm waiting for the tubing to go in between for that. And we can go ahead and do the rudder pedal controls for the steering, for the nose wheel, and we've got the control stick ready to go in, and those controls going back to the flaperon controls. I'm installing those. I'm not going to permanently mount them yet with all the proper fittings because I want to go ahead and get that hooked up to the flaperons and that those controls back there. So we're just getting them in position so we know where they go and verifying that everything fits. All in all, this improved the appearance of the plane quite a bit. Just made it look like I've made some progress here again. And getting it ready for winter. Things are going to get tucked away. I've actually moved the fuselage so it's under cover, and I don't know how much more I'm going to work on it. The weather's quickly turning here, so it's getting pretty cold, but at least I can see that I've made some progress and things are going here. The control stick, it's a little bit tight going back into where it fits in the controls here, but it works in. Once it's in there, it's a little bit stiff, but that's because of the buildup of the powder coat on the control stick, and it will go in there and it'll loosen itself up as we work it a little bit more and do the final fitting. So all in all, this is a little bit of progress. Just wanted to let you know where I'm at with it and show that I've got a little bit more done. I'm not sloughing off too bad. I've got the patterns laid out to start working on the doors. And what else do we have done? Now we're back working on the fuel tanks a little bit. I'm doing the forms for the end of those fuel tanks, so we'll be forming those ends here and start welding up those fuel tanks permanently. The main piece of the fuel tank, they're tacked together, so I've got those shapes done for all four of the fuel tanks. And we have to form the ends of the fuel tanks yet. I'm still working on the program for the AN fittings for the gaskelators. They'll be I've got to finish the programming for the CNC for that. I've ordered in a couple of bungs with AN6 fittings to go on those gaskelators, and they're not the best quality. I think we can turn out something a little bit better on the CNC lathe. So that's the route I've decided to go with that, and we'll have those videos coming out as time goes on. Like I say, I'm still finishing up the programming of that. And just a quick little update. So if you find these videos helpful, why go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like them. And if you hit the bell notification, you'll know when I put out the next videos. Any comments, suggestions, or complaints you've got for me, leave them in the comments section below. And thanks for taking the time to watch.